Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health, and coaching paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that as often as I am available. This is a busy time of year, and tax season right around the corner makes life a little more difficult. But in any event, we continue to try to bring you the best in audio content for a number of reasons and some benefit along the way, we hope. And anyway, we continue to be committed to that process in any event, connecting with you in that way. If you're interested in coaching, life, relationship, business, would love to be of assistance to you. Please reach out at PO Perception or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in contact with me there. So, the question is, why are you still single? Lots of people ask that question, and I'm just going to run through about 5 of those there. The first is not settling. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to settle. However, many people will settle and compromise themselves in order to not be alone. This, however, does lead to relationship dependency that ultimately is negative for everyone involved. The challenge there is finding the balance between accepting someone's flaws or potential flaws or flaws you could see and not necessarily know a lot about, because we all inadvertently profile people when we first meet them without even meaning to do it. It's a protection mechanism that comes from basically the cave person days where you needed to assess if you were in danger or not, and it still remains conscious or part of our subconscious or unconscious being even now. So the next thing is stress level. So if a person is constantly stressed, if a person is constantly worried, they are going to be more likely to react in a negative way to the concept of and the manner of kind of connecting on a superficial level. If you're constantly stressed, you also may miss people's interest in you, and or you may talk yourself into negative feelings around the idea of getting into a relationship because, well, if you're constantly stressed, then why would anyone want to be around you? Maybe your thought, but also if you're constantly stressed, might you miss someone's level of interest just based on the fact you're not fully paying attention? Stress is a killer for lots of folks, and at the end of the day, there's some challenges as it relates to knowing exactly what and where and how to balance things out in a meaningful way. So, knowing how to do that and understanding how to connect with that can, in fact, lead to a good bit of challenges as it relates to kind of balancing things out in a meaningful manner. And so, when we begin to understand how to do that, when we begin to understand how to connect in that way, certainly there's a lot of challenges there. The next thing to consider is if you are constantly or always in a place of hesitation. You're not willing to put yourself in a position of being wrong, so you may hesitate and misread or underread or underfocus upon a person's level of attraction, thus missing opportunities that would normally come your way if you were in a place where you were more amenable, comfortable, confident, or just willing to take risks. Now, needless risks are obviously not a good thing, but at some level, the willingness to face rejection is a part of the potential dating scenario, because if you're not willing to face rejection, then you'll never know. And so, if a person is constantly hesitating to take the leap of faith to ask someone out or to talk with them, or if they're stubborn about putting themselves in a relational situation, that can be problematic too. Stubbornness will get in your way every time, because when you're stubborn, you miss opportunities just because you think things have to be perfect, you think things have to be right, you think things have to be in a certain manner, and ultimately that doesn't always lead you in a good or meaningful direction. So, understanding how to know where it is that you do what it is that you need to be doing, there is a lot of challenge with that. There's a lot of nature with that, and the kind of the last piece could very well be, and isn't always, but can be, kind of judgment. So obviously, there's a difference between discernment and judgment. If you're judging a person based on looks, or you're judging a person based on not having one interest that you have, or being too different from you, or whatever the case may be. You may be missing the ideal person for you without even realizing it, and that can be super challenging for a number of reasons. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.